Hey everybody, welcome into Northern Life here with Briggs and Hunter. I'm Ryan. Thank you for joining us on this Thursday. Quick belated birthday shout out to my little sister Erica.
Hey.
Happy birthday to you. You know, I get my days mixed around. Forgot to include that in our show yesterday when it was her birthday. So happy belated birthday to you.
Yeah, happy birthday, Erica.
Yeah.
That's cool.
On, Erica.
Do you guys enjoy celebrating birthdays as you get older?
I like going out for dinner. It's a very good excuse to go out for dinner. Not that I usually need one.
True.
But that's usually kind of the highlight of my birthday these days. Yeah.
I love celebrating. Big time, big cake, going out to dinner, like you said.
Oh.
You know, a couple drinky poos, that sort of thing. You know, a lot of fun. What about you?
I'm fine with celebrating birthdays. Yeah.
Pro birthday.
I know Hunter's a big celebrator because in the back of his truck in our work parking lot, there happened to be a few adult beverages basking in the sun.
They were left over from the weekend, of course. You know, we have a couple
So.
cases from the old hotel room, so I've got to take them out.
Delicious.
Ryan's
Delicious 75 degree.
That doesn't go bad, does it?
Not great.
Luckily, it was cold.
Not great. Well, hey, coming up today on Northern Life will be one of the U.S. gymnastic team hopefuls who's not only hoping to make it to Paris, but also to make her late father proud in the process of all that training.
Oh, cool. And we're also getting ready for the NFL draft tonight. Future stars wait for their name to be called on stage in Detroit. We'll talk about what positions the Vikings and Packers need to fill, as well as take a look at the security it takes to put on such a huge event like that.
You guys are both in your get-up, too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Had to support the squad for draft day.
Yeah. Hunter, where's yours?
I know, I didn't get the memo.
I texted you this morning.
Hunter, I brought this for you.
Look at that. Thank you very much.
Put it on.
I, like Ryan, have a big head, so
perfect.
Look at that.
How about that?
Skull.
Doo-doo.
That was good.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You look pretty darn stylish there,
How you
Hunter.
doing there?
What a good-looking guy.
Holy buckets. Well, let's get in with today's talkers, shall we? It's been a few weeks since construction crews found a time capsule at a Minnesota high school. Newspapers, financial statements, coins, and much more were all found inside that time capsule at the old Owatonna High School. The time capsule was created back in 1920. The Steele County Historical Society is partnering with the school's museum now to preserve and share some of the content. That's pretty cool. 1920, that was a long time ago. I'd love to see some of the things that were inside of there.
Yeah, a couple of years ago. It got me thinking, you know, what would we put in if we started a time capsule today?
Ooh.
What types of things would we put in there? I was thinking of, you know, a couple of years ago, fidget spinners.
Oh, yeah.
If we put a
those are
fidget
fun.
spinner in there and people in, 21, 24 found those, they'd be like, what my golly is that?
You've got to put like a Stanley Cup in there, you know, like not the hockey trophy, but the Stanley mugs, the water bottles that everybody carries around. I feel like that's a sign of the times right now.
That is a big sign of the times.
No, I just put money in there or something. Is that something that you can do?
Yeah,
Is that legal?
yeah. Put in your Venmo information, your
A
Zelle
recording
information.
of this show, perhaps?
Yeah,
There we go. Yeah.
Just a TikTok logo. Have people
TikTok.
confused?
Yeah, right.
Yep. Well, hey, a Wisconsin teenager got a perfect score on the ACT. How about that?
Wow.
Following the news and accomplishment, Allie Mathis got accepted into MIT's prestigious Women in Technology program, being only one of 20 participants nationwide. Listen to all of these activities she's involved in at school, you guys. Forensics, vocal jazz, book club, student leadership, mock trial, swim team, soccer, and cross country. And after high school, Allie says she's hoping to study biomedical engineering.
Oh,
That's
my
fitting.
Lanza.
Did you guys get a perfect score on your ACTs?
No.
Not even close.
Not even close as well.
I took mine 3 times. I don't know about
wow.
you guys, but yeah, I went through that. I can't swear in air, but I went through that stuff for 3 times. It was terrible. Oh my god.
Did you improve each time?
I
at
did
least?
improve. My
Okay.
math was always really good. The other stuff was kind of okay. I think I ended up getting close to like 30 or something like that. So
Wow.
maybe a little
That's
bit.
actually really good.
It was pretty good for the end, but
Wow.
the first one wasn't that good.
That's okay.
Did you guys do okay?
I did very mediocre, but I'm not a very good test taker, especially in a setting like that. I got very nervous. I loved the writing part and like the English part, but it was like the math and yeah, no, that part failed me.
I loved math as a kid, and I disliked reading greatly. But now I read for a living. I tell people, so it's kind of funny how things work out like
Yeah.
that.
Weird,
And now so many schools don't even require your ACT score to be submitted.
Yeah.
So it's like I wish I was, going to school now, where it's like I could just leave that in my rearview mirror.
You
Didn't have to
would-
do it.
stress.
You wish you were a Gen Zer now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
go.
This is the one time.
Hunter's group.
Just Well, looking ahead, school meal programs are heading in a healthier direction. The USDA has announced new meal standards that will limit added sugar and sodium. The changes will roll out in phases over the next few years, but this begs the question, what was your guys' favorite cafeteria meal at high school?
Oh my God.
We used to have these things called Italian dunkers or Italian dunker cheese bread, where it'd just be this huge hunk of, I don't even, like, if you took like French bread and then just had a huge chunk and then spread cheese over it and melted it and then had marinara on the side, that was one of the best days at school. Otherwise, to this day, I do love mini corn dogs.
Oh, those
mini
are good?
Corn
Oh,
dogs
yeah.
are always great.
That's fancy. We didn't have stuff like that.
Really?
What?
No, we had chicken strip Wednesday, though. Every Wednesday was chicken strips, and you knew it was Wednesday because nobody brought a lunch. Everybody wanted those chicken strips. They were delicious.
Chicken strips to this day are always a go-to.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It'd be like a chicken strip fry basket. It was perfect.
Oh my gosh. Mine was always the Thanksgiving dinner that they would do maybe once a month or once every couple of months.
Wow.
Bunch of turkey, bunch of stuffing, and then that you could serve yourself with the cranberries, and I would just like pile my tray with cranberries.
So you're telling me like a almost a summer day that there was like Thanksgiving dinner?
Oh
like,
yeah. Towards the end, you'd have like May, you know, the last month of school or whatever, you'd have this huge dinner. It was the best thing ever. And everyone would be tired because of the tryptophan afterwards.
Yeah.
You know, the second half of the day was a little bit foggy, but we had a lot of fun doing it.
So you're telling me you not only had a 4-day school week, but you also had regular Thanksgiving dinners at your school.
Hey, we had to pay for it somehow.
Man, I should have gone to 2 Harbors. What the heck?
It's the best school. My favorite school.
Anybody out there looking for a school? Yeah, go to 2 Harbors.
There you go.
Well, hey, quickly, before we had to break, a new study is posing the question, what age do you consider someone as old? So researchers in Germany asked a ton of people, and they found the answer has changed over time. So at the beginning of the study, people in their mid-60s defined old as roughly 71 years of age. More recently, people in the mid-60s now define it around the age of 75.
I'd say 36, probably about
28.
Get that over here.
Coming up, we're coming down to the draft.
Welcome back, folks. Tonight is one of the best nights of the year for football fans out there. Gather the popcorn and the beverages. The 2024 NFL Draft is taking place in Detroit, Michigan this year. The first round begins tonight at 7 o'clock, and the Chicago Bears hold the number 1 overall pick, likely taking USC quarterback Caleb Williams. Coverage begins tonight on ESPN. Are you guys big avid watchers of the draft when it comes around?
I really enjoy watching the draft. I have no idea who the college players are because I don't follow college football, so none of it really means anything to me other than I love when they get the call or like they walk out on stage and they put on the hat of the team that they're going to go play with. That is so fun.
They celebrate with their family.
Yes.
Always fun to see. I'd say, you know, there's a reason there's so much time between picks, but especially like with the Vikings who are, you know, in the middle of the draft and the Packers towards the end of the first round of this draft, you know, it's going to take hours probably to, for us fans to eventually hear those picks. So
Will we know the next day? Are we going to know like tomorrow?
I think we should know tonight.
Or at some point. Okay, we should know. It doesn't last multiple days. I've never seen the draft before.
There's several rounds of the draft, which last
Yeah.
like throughout the weekend. But first round usually gets wrapped up. I think they try to finish that for Thursday night.
In the Thursday night.
Okay.
Yeah. And then it's like 2, 3, 4 is the following night, and 5, 6, 7 is the Saturday night.
Hard to keep up.
Saturday throughout the day.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot going on, Hunter.
Oh my gosh,
So,
it's wild. I got to take notes.
Buckle up.
Okay.
Keep the hat on deck. Be ready out there. So we are all keeping our eyes on what the Vikings are going to do tonight as they contest. Oh my gosh, I got to read the prompter correctly. They do have 2 first-round picks. They might trade up for a quarterback. Who knows? And at the time of our recording here, the Vikings have picks 11 and 23, likely grabbing, I don't know who as a quarterback. And as for the Green Bay Packers, they are sitting at 25, likely needing an offensive tackle. So we're going to have to wait and see. A lot of question marks surrounding what the Vikings may do with the departure and of Kirk Cousins and maybe some alleged tampering from the Atlanta Falcons.
Oh, I've not heard of that.
I didn't hear about that either.
Yeah, you know, there's a window you can only talk to a player in, and apparently the Falcons breached that window. So allegedly.
Okay. Allegedly. It's all alleged. Yeah, time out.
There's a lot of questions too about what the Patriots are going to do tonight.
Yep, number 3. Yep.
Yeah, and that could spell some interesting things for the Vikings too as it works their way down. So I guess we'll see.
Let's get Tom Brady back on our team. Come on, bring him back.
That'd be kind of cool.
Why not? That'd be kind of fun.
He's probably looking to come out of retirement again, right?
Yeah, exactly.
By this time, it's been a year.
We got a good team set.
There we go.
Why not?
Well, as the NFL is putting the finishing touches on the draft theater and fan experience, Detroit police are doing some final checks on their security plan, a plan that they've been working on for the last year. Andre Gutierrez brings us more on how authorities plan on keeping fans safe tonight.
K-9 Officer Hobbs is conducting one of the many sweeps fans will see during the NFL Draft. He's assigned to the Wayne County Sheriff's Office, one of the agencies helping Detroit police in securing the high-profile event.
So we'll have officers positioned within the footprint on the exterior streets as well, helping guide the public, and also all these activations throughout the downtown area.
They'll get support from the so-called Casper unit, plainclothes officers who will blend into the crowd that may hit max capacity.
Even if there comes to a point where someone might not get the view they would like of the stage, they can visit all these other secondary activations and get that same feeling that you're part of the draft. So there'll be enough space for everyone.
There'll be several eyes in the sky watching all the action, from officers on rooftops to the thousands of cameras sending a live feed to DPD's real-time crime center.
It's a layered approach, so where officers are at, they can communicate on camera as well and help guide the officers to what they're seeing in real time.
Security screenings will take place at entrance points to ensure no weapons make it in, and police want parents to know this.
We all need to be responsible with our kids that may be out here, not to just drop them off and leave. Be a responsible adult. We will be enforcing curfew. And if your children are down here, have an adult with you at all times.
In downtown Detroit, Andres Gutierrez, CBS News, Detroit.
I can't imagine what it takes, any kind of big event like that, the amount of security that has to go into it to keep everybody safe.
Yeah, and the broadcast, from the broadcast standpoint too, you saw that shot in there of all of the screens they have and keeping tabs on all of that. We have a unique appreciation for that being in this business, but the logistics, they've got cameras in people's houses as they're watching the TV feed of the draft. It's incredible.
Or even the poor interns who are finding all the film on all those players, especially when you get into the hundreds of players. Yeah, finding information on all those people is kind of wild.
I didn't even think of that. Yeah, all the stats you have to have. Sheesh.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Well, I'll tell you what, if you're looking to possibly kick back a couple cocktails for this event, thinking about partying, it's 5 o'clock somewhere is an interpretation of when it's acceptable to have your first drink. And according to a survey done by Zinnia Health, the average Minnesotan considers 3:03 p.m. to be the acceptable green light for drinking. Rookie numbers, I'd say. Meanwhile, Wyoming residents are ready to toast at noon, claiming the title of the earliest drinkers in the nation.
What are you, before noon?
Hey, Bloody Marys start off at 7, 8 in the morning.
It's also a Thursday, Hunter. So
that's true. Yeah, maybe ease up on the...
We have a 4 p.m. to get to, so I hope it'd be after 4 p.m.
For our shoots, we've often drank before noon on our shoots because we
small things.
Not like go to town. But
also, it's I think the word acceptable is important in that sentence too. Acceptable first.
True. Yes.
Yeah, we come together and figure that out.
That makes
and when
sense.
you're gathering for snacks tonight, if you're craving something sweet or salty instead of something healthy, you're not alone. Our bodies make hormones, want us to have some comfort food, but there are ways to control those cravings. According to one doctor, you can sip tea to help those emotional cravings, or you should try pre-portioning your favorite snacks.
That doesn't sound as fun.
Doesn't sound as fun. Eat up tonight.
Yes.
We're going to meet an Olympic hopeful when we come back. As we wait for the Summer Olympic Games in Paris, France, Shilese Jones is trying to make the toughest Olympic team there is, that being the U.S. women's gymnastics squad.
Man, but if she's able to do it, it will be the end of a long road that ultimately led her right back home to Seattle.
It's pretty cool when she first came in the gym as a young kid.
She was probably 4 years old, and this little thing just walking in with her Finding Nemo backpack every day.
We knew she was talented, and we had a lot of fun training her early on.
I remember when she was maybe 11 or 12 years old, her father bought her a whiteboard. And he said, you know, this is a board that you can put your goals on. And she put on that whiteboard, I am going to the Olympics.
I was the only one here that had made elite, so I didn't really have any older teammates to look up to. So we picked up our whole immediate family and then moved just to pursue gymnastics with my 12-year-old voice saying that I wanted to go train with Olympians. The beginning of January of 2021, I got hit in a car accident. Broken ankle and broken back. It was devastating. I didn't really feel confident in myself, but I wanted to go out there and do the best I could.
It's 10th place for Shilese Jones tonight here at the Tokyo Olympic Trials.
You know, I never really looked at trying for a second time. It was actually my dad. He was like, I'm gonna believe in you that you can go to 2024. And that's kind of when it clicked in, and I was just like, you know what, Dad? Like, I can.
Her dad has dealt with a number of different very serious health issues, and that's a floor routine that she says is dedicated to him.
He had diabetes, so he had a kidney and pancreas transplant because those had both failed. He actually had told me, Shai, I'm not going to make it. My dad always told me, Seattle's where it's meant to be, you're more comfortable there, that's your home. Unfortunately, it didn't click till after he passed away. I was just like, this is what he wanted for me, and we're going to take those steps and move back home and pursue the dream.
It was pretty surreal, actually, because we wanted to build the team here so that if we ever had Shilese or a kid like that, that we'd be able to help them reach their ultimate goal.
Dad, he would just be ecstatic. Just say, I knew this all along. I knew this all along, and I'm so proud of you.
It just feels great to be at home and finish it where I started.
That's so inspirational, my gosh.
Seriously.
I mean, it'd be so easy, obviously, so many things happening to her, to just give up. And her attitude is just amazing through all of that. And obviously, I hope she does very well. We'll see what happens here, but very cool story.
And hopefully we'll get to watch her compete right here in Minnesota for the gymnastics trials.
Yeah, they're going to be down at Target Center, I believe.
So cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, super cool.
Let's go.
Yeah, well, best of luck to you, Shilese. And we're always excited to watch our Olympic gymnasts, but there's a few new sports coming to the games this summer. For the first time, breaking, more commonly known as breakdancing, will be a medal sport.
No way.
Yeah, I guess so. The other new sports this year include skateboarding, surfing, and sport climbing. I'm surprised that those three, the last three anyway, were not already in the Olympics as a medal.
I think watching
event.
the break dancing is going to be so cool. And I think
Yeah.
the U.S. is going to do really well when it comes to skateboarding, too. You know,
Yeah.
watch those X Games that people are in. And sometimes those kids are like 16 to 18 years old. So there might be some young teenagers up on the podium, hopefully, for the U.S. of A come this summer.
No kidding.
What is it, Tony Hawk the coach or something like that? How does that work?
I think he's coming out of retirement.
There
Maybe
we go.
he'll start shredding some pipes out there. Who
Maybe
knows?
Hunter, you should try out for the breakdancing team.
Oh,
That'd be cool.
no.
After the break, we'll talk about who our guest host will be tomorrow.
Welcome back, folks. Coming up tomorrow, unfortunately for us, Ryan is going to be gone here for the next couple of days, but taking some much needed time off. It's going to be fantastic.
Thank you. Yeah, should be good.
Going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have Heidi Stang on with us, so that's going to be kind of a party. We'll be talking about all things Yooper light hunting and other fun rocks. We'll have our top 5 list to share as well. So still a lot going on, even though Ryan's not going to be here
I
tomorrow.
know. I'm taking over the reins from Ryan for the first time, so hopefully you guys think it's a good show. Man, a lot of pressure on me because Ryan does so good every day.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a great show. And unfortunately, I don't have much rock knowledge to share, so probably for the best that I'm away. I don't.
Heidi's, I think, has enough for all of us.
Seriously.
Honestly, she loves not only agate hunting, but also what you mentioned.
The Yooper.
The Yooper lights. Yeah, she's got the whole flashlight set up. I think she got it like for Christmas or something. So she's pumped. And this isn't the first time that she and her family have gone on an extensive trip on the South Shore to look for these rocks.
They're big searchers.
Yeah,
Yes.
she's
Big
going to share
searchers.
some tips because I know a lot of people on the South Shore are really into this as well.
Yep.
So
The only rocks I know are like countertops, so like quartz,
Granite.
marble,
rock and roll.
rock and roll. Anything else with the rocks.
Oh man, well thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Ryan, you have a wonderful vacation.
Thank you, appreciate
And
it.
you have a great rest of your Thursday.
Find some time to throw a line, or just head outside to unwind. That's the life in the great North Woods. Hike or bike, whatever you like. Get out in the day, enjoy the night. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, this is Northern